All right, so your Buckeyes got some good news on the transfer market. Former Harvard wingman Seth Towns decided to come back home, and he's a rare grad transfer with 2 years of eligibility, hopefully, left to play. He's a former Ivy League Player of the Year, shot at 44% from three during his last healthy season. He might be the best grad transfer in the portal. What a get.
The only concern, the only sort of qualifier in all of that is that he hasn't played in 2 years. So he's been dealing with some knee injuries. Since he was the Ivy League Player of the Year 3 seasons ago, he hasn't played. When I spoke with him when he committed, he said that he's on track to be on the court and full go come June. You have to hope that he can get back to the form that he had before, because if he can, I mean, it's a dude who's a 15-point-a-game scorer who can shoot like 44, 46% from three. He gives you size, he gives you length, he's a really, really smart dude. He's got a great basketball IQ. You plug him in on the wing and you start looking down the roster at they could go from the 2 to the 5, basically 6'5", 6'6", 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". Like they've got some length, they've got some height, they've got some athleticism. It's a big pickup for them. And then you add in the fact, he's a Columbus kid. He's from Northland High School where Jared Sullinger went. He's Northland's all-time leading scorer. It means the world to Seth Towns to get the opportunity to play at Ohio State. He had a picture that he's posted recently. There's a painting on his wall from when he was just a little kid of him in an Ohio State basketball jersey dunking a ball. So, this has always been a special place for him. And for him to have this opportunity to come back, finish out his college career in his hometown, you're going to have a motivated guy, and you're going to have a guy who's got some rust to knock off, but there's a lot of upside and a lot of reasons why Ohio State was really excited to get him. The big question, the big looming issue about the team next season is what Caleb Wesson might do. I spoke with his dad, and Caleb he put out an announcement today, echoing what his dad told me yesterday, that he's declared for the draft. He's going to hire an agent because you're allowed to do that, but he's keeping his eligibility intact. I would have said that if in a normal season, if Ohio State had gotten into the tournament, made a run, I would say Caleb was gone. The writing was pretty much on the wall. There's a chance that he comes back, whereas I didn't think there was much of a chance before. So if you look at this roster with Caleb Wesson next season, they become a Big Ten favorite. I think that they're definitely a top 10 team, possibly a top 5 team. They will be experienced, they'll be big, they'll have athleticism. There's a lot to like about an Ohio State roster with Caleb Wesson next year. Now, having said that, if he's not there, you're right. They're going to have to play smaller lineups. And that's where a guy like Seth Towns comes in. Justice Suing, who's a transfer from Cal, who sat out this past year, but was Cal's leading scorer 2 years ago, one of the best in the nation at getting to the line. E.J. Liddell, who really blossomed down the stretch and is going to be a force in the Big Ten. Kyle Young at center. He's not a traditional center, but when you look at having 4 guys on the court that are all 6'6" to 6'8", you kind of you make up for what you don't have with Caleb. But there is a lot to like about this roster next season, whether or not Caleb comes back. And I think most of it is the fact that it's an older roster. You're going to have dudes who have been through battles, who have been on the roster, who know what you need to do to win at this level. It's going to be an experienced team, and that's not something we've seen at Ohio State in quite some time.